So, good morning. Today we'll be conference for civil works. April 12, 2024. But before we start, the question start where we open the page.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Heavenly Father, the fount of goodness and grace, the cause of wisdom, the source of intelligence, we will this meaningfully effort your delight, and continuously give you thanks throughout the opportunity to learn something new and become fruitful to the works of your creation. May we find bliss in today's session and become one productive children and co-creators together. This we ask and pray through Christ the Lord.
Mr. Chair, good morning everyone for today's project conference for civil works dated April 12, 2024. Present for today we have our DOC Chairperson, Engineer Donald F. Balanda, our DOC Vice Chairperson, Sir Joseph M. Talima, our DOC Regular Member, Engineer Harold C. Calmari, our DOC Provisional Member, Engineer Arnel V. Bernardos, and our DOC End User Representative, Engineer Pastor J. Gonzalez. And to present the projects, we have in the Talisayan section and maintenance section, we have Engineer John Stephen B. Agno, Engineer Sudeton Hayama, and Engineer Joma Pagan. And this surely we're back to the Secretariat, Procurement to the Health, April June Kuhalada.
Thank you, Mama P. Since these hours committee are all present, so it will be speedy conference for civil works April 12, 2024 to order. To start, we'll ask any participant, so probably Lincoln to discuss the stove.
So good morning everyone. Project name is Repair Maintenance of DILG Building, Philippine National Police, Balingasag Police Station, Building Barangay 6, Poblacion, Balingasag, Misamis Oriental. Appropriation is 1,171,000 and yung project duration is 90 calendar days and the scope of work is repair of PNP building, repair of roofing and ceiling, including removal of existing roof, repainting and painting of walls, installation of doors and windows, installation of septic tank, complete sanitary and plumbing works, complete electrical works, and construction of walls, toilet, and additional walls. So these are the floor plan. More on ang concern is ang ilahalang wall is isira lang siya sir paliw ko sa photos. So these are the side photos. More na ang watan of walls kay open na siya so i-close na nila dito sir. And wala na sa last time sa pre-practice wala na sa concern. Okay na sir. And that's all. Yung answer is approved budget of contract is 1,171,000 sir. Same siya sa application.
Pero,
1,171,000
uh, 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,171,000. 1,1 Thank you. So we proceed to the next project. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I will be presenting project ID 24KK0086, construction of multipurpose facility, Sitio, Min-abaca, Barangay South, Poblacion, Medina, Misamis Oriental. Appropriation is 10 million, approved budget is 9.9 million. With a duration of 120 calendar days. So this is our perspective for the multi-purpose facility in Medina. The site number is 16.5 kilometers away from our office. And going to CDO is on the right side. So nasa new terminal na tumatong site. So a closer look sa facility park from the highway going to Medina Municipal Hall, nasa right side. So may na-existing new terminal, opisina, and then sa front ang atong project. So again, mawagya po ng site development plan ato. So nakita ko ang area hanggang tapat ng sa existing na terminal na building. Payments. So this is our site, current location. So may existing na building sa front side ang maratong site na ito po sa terminal. Okay, next. So same is to these pictures area na ito current location. Okay, so sa floor plan na ito, which is 17 meters by 47 meters long, muna itong floor plan. Not included ay small building sa terminal, wala na payload ng DPWH ramp. Front and rear elevation, so section na ito, muna itong elevation. No? As you can see, na area para sa bus, so may area para sa jeepney. Okay, same is so sa section view. Katong small office niya, more kang wala na appeal. And then, okay, so the typical elevation niya, staple na itong gamit, white flange. And then, pero nasa pedestal na 1 meter. To address itong mga corrosion issues sa footing niya. Okay, next. So scope of work, construction of multipurpose facility. We have earthworks, excavation, embankment of footing and tiling. We have RC steelworks, RC footing, column, steel column for the canopy, RC slab flooring, 6 meter mix canal. For the finishing and civil works, we have column, wall, plaster finishing, ice and ceiling, roll steel trusses, completely looking materials, storm drainage and downspout, painting both masonry and steel. We have a front signage, electrical works, conduits, boxes and fittings, conduit works, tracking, wires and wiring devices, panel board, and branch breakers, and lastly, lighting fixtures. Again, I've included katong small terminal office and ramp for the PWD. That's all for this project. So, any questions for our YouTube viewers? None, so we proceed to the next one.
Good morning, everyone. For the next project, contact with contact ID 24KK 0065, construction of drainage, Barangay Poblacion, Talisayan, Misamis Oriental. Total length of the project is 220 meters with appropriation of 15 million, and atong approved budget cost is 14.85 million with a project duration of 200 calendar days. So, net location map. For the scope of works, included is IR, removal of structures, not including grabbing, removal of trees, excavation and mountain works, then construction of drainage, 4 meters by 2.3 meters, which includes gravel fill, gravel bit trap, structural concrete, and enforcing steel with 40. So for the construction of reinforcing reinforced box culvert, included structural concrete, reinforcing steel and building. So many actual site photos, topographic and pasyado. Typical niya section sa image. Profile sa kanal. So items included for the civil works, once again, the removal structures and construction, concrete, clearing and grading, illegal removal of trees, 301 to 409 diameter, structure excavation, common soil, gravel fill, structural concrete, plus 8 in 8 days, link concrete, reinforcing steel, deformed, gauge 40, and router defect plus 8. So that will be all concrete.
Thank you. Can you check for the last time? If you have any questions? Since there's no questions, so we proceed for the documents or checklist documents for the financial and technical and other requirements. At the same time, we will proceed with the this policy.
Checklist of technical and financial documents and other requirements for infrastructure projects. The submission and receipt is first, technical document envelope. Last page, legal documents. Letter A, valid, Belgium's registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Belgium's certificate of registration and membership. All bidders shall upload and maintain in Belgium's the current and updated file of the following Class A eligibility documents under sections 23.1 and 24.1 1. Registration certificate. 2. Mayor's business permits or its equivalent document. 3. Tax clearance. 4. Vehicle license and registration. And number 5. Audited financial statements. Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For the purpose of updating the certificate of registration and membership, all Class A eligibility documents mentioned in the section supporting the veracity, authenticity, and validity of the certificate shall remain current and updated. The failure to the prospective bidder to update its certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all of its Class A eligibility documents is being updated. For the technical documents, letter B, statement that the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to the bid. Letter C, statement that the bid is the single largest completed contract similar to the contract to the bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Letter D, special pick-up license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and the cost of the contract to the bid. Letter E, original copy of bid security, yet in the form of a surety grant, submit also a certification issued to the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid security declaration. The single largest completed contract, the SLCC completed should be similar to the contract to the bid, or has the same major categories of work. The SLCC's value should be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid upon adjustment to current prices using the PSA consumer price indices. Contractors under small a and small b categories without similar experience on the contract may participate if the cost of the contract to be bid is not more than the allowable range of contract cost of their registration. For the bid security purpose, to guarantee that the successful bidder shall, within 10 calendar days from receipt of the notice of award, enter into contract with the PE and furnish the performance security required. Form of bid security. Letter A, cash or cashier's manager's check. The amount is 2% of ABC. That guaranteed draft or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank. The amount is 2% of ABC. Letter C, surety bank callable upon demand. Accompanied with certification from Insurance Commission. The amount is 5% of ABC. Letter E, bid securing declaration. No percentage required. Only one form of bid security is required to be submitted. Bidders have the option to choose their preferred form of bid security. Letter F, project requirements, which shall include the following. A, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B, list of contractors' key personnel. Example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen to be assigned to the contract to be bid with a complete qualification and experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment master vendor for duration of the project as the case may be. The contractor's key personnel should meet the following number of years work experience. The experience means total years of civil works experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy service. Include the tax identification number of the key personnel, compliance to Department Order 98 Series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineers, compliance to Department Order 98 Series of 2016. Materials engineering. If the proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that 1. The personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. And number 2, he will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications certified by the head of the implementing office pursuant to Department Order number 9, Series of 2012. The proposed key personnel and replacement must be named in the bidding document. The contractor's major equipment units. The contractor is required to provide proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment owned, lease agreements for equipment to be leased, and or under purchase agreements, supporting the certificate of availability of equipment from the equipment master vendor for the duration of the projects. Proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment pledged must specify and indicate the model, year, capacity, performance, size, plate number, motor number, body number, chassis serial number, engine serial number, specific location and condition for Department Order 58 Series of 2012. Contractors minimum materials testing equipment. This refer to Department Order 11 Series of 2017 for the minimum material testing equipment. DPWH Procurement Manual Volume 2 Infrastructure Main Guidelines specifically requires the submission of the materials testing equipment as stated in clause 5.6.2.8. Technical proposal and clause 5.6.2.8.4.c. Project requirements used in form DPWH-INFR-15. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract supported by certifications and availability. Letter G. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and if applicable, a regional authorized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or a regional special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture being full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and new acts to represent the people. For the financial documents, letter H, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity. Class B, letter I, if applicable, to this joint venture agreement in accordance with the public number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence. Where duly notarized statements are all potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the GBA in the instant that the bid is successful. For the financial component envelope, the regional of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under Republic Act number 9184. The regional of duly signed bid process in the bill of quantities, duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with a bid. Cash flow by quarter. For the detailed estimates, accordance to Department Order 197 series of 2016, the following items shall be subjected to OCM in profit markup. 1. Mobilization and demobilization. 2. Provisioning of service vehicle. And 3. Permits and clearances. Accordance to Department Order 107 series of 2016, the following non-civil works items shall not be subjected to OCM markup. Field, laboratory office, and living quarters with rental basis. Furnishing of furniture. Laboratory equipment. Survey equipment and consumables. Assistance to the engineers. Photographs, health and safety, traffic management, environmental compliance, communication equipment, etc. For the submission and receipt of bids, bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. The address for receipt of bids submitted manually is back entrance room, 3rd floor. DPWH DEO, Barangay 26, City, Misamis Oriental. For electronic submission, electronic bids _ Misamis Oriental 1 at dpwh.gov.ph. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid process. The BAC shall automatically disqualify a total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. Completeness. No price in required item non-compliant, indicating a 0 or a dash free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable, BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices in figures versus words. Words per day. Total price versus unit price per item. Unit price per item per base. Total price versus actual sum of component items. Actual sum prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ. BOQ prevails. For the post-qualification, verification of legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, non-inclusion in blacklist. Technical requirements, key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment and materials laboratory equipment. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any project and negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and ongoing contracts within 7 calendar days and to complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and contracts with pending certificates of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them with 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures. Technical requirements. Substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. Financial requirements, bid price proposal, NFCC. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed to the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt hereof in accordance with section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised RRR of the Republic Act 9184. The common reasons in the failure of submission of bids. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlooking of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Late submission of bids. Failure to submit supporting documents. Example, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project. If equipment pledge is released for change. Negative slippage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of the 2 or more ongoing projects. Unsatisfactory CPEs review. Common errors in submission of bids. Incomplete pages of bid documents, technical and financial. Authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. Single proprietor, signatory should be the owner proprietor only. Corporation, cooperative, board secretary's certificate and board resolution. Joint venture resolution agreement, partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. That's all, thank you. Policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure works, goods, and consulting services as per Department Order number 17 series of 2015. Please correct 69.1. In addition to the provisions of rules 21 and 22 of this IRR, the whole, subject to the authority delegated to the BAC, if any, shall impose on bidders or prospective bidders the administrative penalty of suspension for 1 year for the first offense and suspension of 2 years for the second offense from participating in the competitive bidding process, as well as disqualification from further participating in the competitive bidding being undertaken by the procuring entity concerned, where applicable for the following violations. All other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, such as habitually withdrawing from bidding, submitting late bids, or patently insufficient bid for at least 3 times within a year, except for valid reasons. Rights violation. 1. a bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from the bidding or submitted a letter of non-participation or did not submit a bid without a valid cause as determined in fact with the bids and awards committee concerned. A bidder submitting insufficient defective documents such as insufficient bid securities and other deficiencies. A bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cause as determined by the act concerned. Other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of bidding, public bidding, as determined by the concerned act, provided that these acts have been indicated or discussed in the instructions to bidders, bid bulletins, notices, minutes of pre-bid conference, or other similar instruments. Strikes violations. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from the bidding or submitted a letter of non-participation or did not submit a bid without a valid cause as determined by the bids and awards committee concerned. Valid reasons. Upon computation, its price bid was determined to be above the ABC, or goods to be supplied are no longer available in the market. A bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cause as determined by the act concerned. Valid reason due to force majeure and quarantine restrictions. A bidder submitting insufficient defective documents such as insufficient bid securities. Number one, bid security not in the name of the bidder. Number two, insufficient amount and validity period. Number three, not issued in the name of the procuring entity. Submission of not valid products. The failure of the prospective bidder to submit its diligent certificate with a guaranteed dated Class A eligibility document, example, legal and financial documents. Valid reason not accepted. Failure to submit mandatory forms. Price schedule, bid form, authorized bid securing declaration, number, omnibus sworn statement, other required forms from the bid security aside from the bid securing declaration. Statement the bidder of always ongoing for a government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Statement the bidders LLCC similar to the contract to be bid. Owner's certificate of acceptance or CPE's rating accompanying the statement of the bidders LLCC. Bidders computation of the NFCC or committed line of credit for goods. Notarized joint venture agreement or notarized statements as to forming JV for goods. Certification as to reciprocity of foreign bidders for goods. Special field license for joint venture for infrastructure. DUPA and cash flow for infrastructure. Valid reasons not acceptable. For CSD, failure to submit any of the following: certificate of employment, contract agreement, curriculum detail. Valid reasons not accepted. Submission of the following required forms as indicated in the 6th edition of the Philippine bidding documents without name, legal capacity, and signature of the bidder authorized representative. Number one, bid form. Number two, pricing schedules. Number three, bid securing declaration. Number four, omnibus sworn statement. Number five, GPA. Valid reasons not acceptable. Nomination of key personnel of different profession as the requirement of the bidding document. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to submit proof of ownership, lease, purchase agreement, or pledge agreement. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to submit certification of key personnel, Department Order 9 Series 2012. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to comply with the required number of key personnel and equipment. Valid reason not applicable. Participating in the bidding that not created business type as indicated in the mayor's permit for goods. Valid reason not applicable.
And for the information of the prospective bidders, so these are the scheduled procurement activities for the presented projects. For issuance or downloading of bidding documents, including buying or payment of downloaded bidding documents, deadline will be on April 25, 2024 until 10 a.m. Hard copies are available at Procurement Unit 3rd floor, DPWH Misamis. And these bidding documents can be downloaded from DPWH website and PhilJobs website. And for the receipt of bids or drafting of bidding documents, the deadline will also be on April 25, 2024 until 10 a.m. And for the schedule of the opening of bids, it will be on April 25, 2024 at 10 a.m. immediately after the submission of bids. And for the required category reports, for contract ID 24KK0065, the required category report is FCN or self-control construction drainage, closed and open standards. For 24KK0086, the required category reports is BACWO PLC or buildings construction without tiles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For 24KK0107, the required category reports is BIR or buildings for repair. And to remind the prospective bidders regarding the key personnel, so there should be 5 total number of personnel, 1 for project manager, 1 for project engineer, 1 for materials engineer, 1 for foreman, and 1 for safety officer. So there should be no personnel holding 2 or more different positions. And this example of the technical function documents. So it encourage the prospective bidders that the supporting documents should be hard and properly done. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Since we are done. So, any questions before we go? So none. So since you don't have any questions already, so any motion for the speaking.
Mr. Chair, there being no other agenda for this conference of 7 years, I now move for its adjournment. I second the motion with the
Since it was moved and seconded, so we will distribute the conference for city board. April 12, 2024, actually. So thank you and good morning. God bless us all.